Today's episode, we're replacing this dinky transmission cooler. I've had enough of you. You're too small. Get out of here. All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we have a premium transmission fluid cooler by Imperial. Picked this up actually like with 10% off too, because the box was slightly open. They gave me a deal. I couldn't find a true cool. I'm gonna try this one for now. It was short money, so I'm going to be replacing the original, which is great because it's the same width, but just a little bit taller. It comes with instructions, so it's like a universal fit. So it comes with directions. This is a universal kit. I'm not going to be using these. These are to go through the radiator, these clips, but I might be using some of those band clamps. Probably going to use little pigtails of these because mine are going to line right up. They give you like a 3-foot hose, and then here's the cooler itself. So this cooler is the same width, it's just double the height, which is good. So we're just going to fabricate some brackets, and we'll install that here. We'll do the time lapse, you know how it goes, a little music in the background for you guys. And basically all you got to do is take these two 10mm bolts out, and then these clips out here. This bracket stays, so all we have to do is figure out how to mount it to the top here. Might have to drill some holes, might be able to utilize these original hardware, but this is basically going to be double the size. I had to rewire my wires here. I'm going to have to put those up afterwards, but that'll be time-lapse stuff. The easiest things I can explain to you to get this cover off is there's some pop rivets right here, and then they go on top of the grill. The grill's super simple. It clips in here, and it clips in here, and then in here it clips. It all pops out. No hardware to bolt that on, which is great. All pops off. Self-explanatory on that stuff. Like I said, 3 mounting points there for the grill. Right here it pops in, right there it pops in, and right there it pop it all out. Nice and easy peasy. So let's get into this video. We'll take this out. I'll stop the time lapse after I get it out. There's some important things to notice. Right here you got some clips that you're going to take out and then pop those down. I sprayed some penetrating oil last night, so hopefully this all comes out easy. Okay, literally that's all is holding it in, these two little clips on the bottom side for that. Mine slid right out. Like I said last night, I sprayed some penetrating oil on it, and that's out of there. So also it's these two 10mm, and these little 2 clips, and then that's out. So we are gonna try to see what we're gonna do here. I don't think we're gonna have to cut these. I think we're gonna put the hose right over that, and right over that. Oh, my son's here, right here. Want to say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
So then we're going to be doing, like I said, try to figure out something what we're gonna do right here. I don't think we're gonna have to cut that. I think I'm gonna use this barb and try to fit the hose over that. So see if we can get this mocked up and see what we have to do to drill. All right, I'll do a little comparison. You can see that they're same width. I think they're 11.5 inches, but it's double the height. So hopefully this helps out just a little bit, drops it down to maybe 10 degrees. They do make a bigger one. Like I said, I picked this up really short money. I'm hoping that solves my problem just a little bit, because yesterday towing it was 98 degrees out, or 96 degrees out, and I was towing the boat up to the lake, and my temperature was around 200 degrees, and that's the worst thing for automatic transmission is heat. You guys all should know that. So I'm gonna try to switch this out, see what I gotta do for mounting points. But a little comparison. This is the original, and there's the aftermarket. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do here is take that 10mm bolt out, and that one, and I'm gonna flip this bracket. I'm gonna face it outwards, so I want this flat part facing outwards. So I'm gonna do there, and then I gotta figure something out up top. All right, I'll show you where, guys, I'm at. I flipped this bracket and I lowered it down a little bit. I re-zip tied that wiring harness out of the way, and my clips broke on the back side of my sensor, so I just zip tied that up there. That should be all right. I'm not sure if that's for airbag sensor or what. My horns I had to lower. I replaced the horns a while ago, and that's where I mounted them. But I lowered them, and now I'm here. I stole these little tabs off the original one, and I got this plate I'm making up, and also I'm gonna put a plate down here too, so it's gonna be 2 of these plates I had laying around, just some flat stock, to mount this in there. right, so this is where I'm at. These 2 pieces of sheet metal. I used the 10mm bolts with the connector on the back, and then I self-tapped, pre-drilled self-tapped these. Same thing at the bottom, I self-tapped them. And now I just have to adjust. That's just sitting in there because as I was drilling, I didn't want no shavings going down. It fit perfect. And I have a little cap on the other one right here from this. So all I gotta do is actually put these up in place where they go. They're pretty close. I wish I could have used the same connectors, but I'm gonna have to trim a little bit, and I'm gonna show you the tool that I'm gonna use to trim. And then I'm just gonna connect them with a short piece of this hose. So 2 hose clamps on either side. So 4. I don't know if there's 4 in here or not. There is 4. Sweet. I don't have to go get out of my supply. So that is double the height. I probably could have trimmed this up a little bit better. I just didn't want to bust the grinder out. It's probably about 98 degrees today. Silly me doing this. But yeah, so like you can see, if you can see in the back, the original hardware is right down in there. And then I used some short self-tappers so they don't go so far. Like I said, I flipped this bracket upside down and remounted it right there. And my horns are right there, and I just zip tied those out of the way. So that's what I got. Same width, double the height. All right, one last thing before I end this video, guys, because this is the simple part. It's just trimming this up and connecting 2 hoses. I'm really not gonna show you that. That's very simple. But I need to explain something to you. When you are cutting these lines, do not use a hacksaw or anything else that's going to put filings down inside this tube. You need to get yourself one of these cutters, these little pipe cutters. They'll cut copper, stainless steel, brake hoses. That's what I use it for, brake line. This will cut this stuff nice, and there'll be no shavings, no nothing, and it'll cut it nice and flush. So be warned when you're going to be cutting any lines like this, especially with fluid, that you don't want any type of metal shavings going back into your transmission or your cooler or anywhere else. Make sure you use this tool. All right, boys and girls, I'm not gonna bore you with that little cutting half that off and then the 2 band clamps. Very self-explanatory. You can see what I'm going to try to do here. Just bring these up, get these nice and flush, cut it to fit, and then splice it in. That's what I'm gonna do. Like I said, hopefully this helps out with my cooling issue. I'm gonna test it out. If not, I'm gonna get a bigger one. I know they make one that goes out to here and out to here, but that's it. Gonna do it for today. I'm gonna put the grill back on and everything. I'm gonna start it up, make sure there's no leaks, take it down the road, put a little pressure on the transmission to get this full, and then check my temperatures. Probably a good day to do it. It is super hot out. All right, guys, till next time, make sure you guys subscribe. And if you guys like videos like this, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss the notifications when I post these. And give my Instagram page a follow so you guys know beforehand when I'm going to be posting videos. I usually do it like a half hour to an hour before I post a video on YouTube. So until next time, subscribe, notification, hit the Instagram. See you next time.